In 1936, Edgar Cayce predicted that the world would undergo a pole shift between 16 and 20 degrees. And this would happen when both Mount Etna in Italy and Mount Pelée in Martinique erupt together. And when that happens, we'll have 90 days to evacuate the coastlines.
Are those volcanoes still active?
Oh, they are. Mount Etna just erupted a few months ago, and scientists at Mount Pelée say that the seismic activity there is above baseline.
No, no.
Now, if the poles do shift, as Edgar Cayce predicts, the world map is going to look very different. Africa will be divided into 3 parts. The Nile will widen and a brand new waterway will split the continent. As the Red Sea grows, Cairo will eventually disappear into the sea. Asia is already very seismic and will suffer the most dramatic changes. Land will be covered from the Philippines to Japan by the ocean. As the Pacific plate shifts, the islands of Japan will sink, leaving only a few small islands. Taiwan and most of Korea will be completely lost to the sea. The entire coast of China will be pushed inland hundreds of miles. The population of India will be told not to seek higher ground within the interior of the country due to buckling of the land. Instead, they'll have to head to the Himalayas. The high mountains of Tibet and Nepal will provide refuge. Antarctica will no longer be covered in ice, but will once again become fertile and green. Australia will lose nearly 25% of its land due to coastal flooding. The Adelaide area will become a new sea. The Simpson and Gibson deserts will become fertile farming land. New Zealand will actually grow in size and will once again connect to mainland Australia. And New Zealand will ultimately become one of the safest areas in the New World.
Lucky Kiwis.
Europe will suffer. Most of Northern Europe will simply be gone, sunk into the sea as the tectonic plate underneath it collapses. Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark disappear, eventually becoming hundreds of small islands. Most of the UK, from Scotland to the English Channel, will disappear into the ocean, but several small islands will remain. London and Birmingham will actually survive, but not as cities, as islands. Ireland will disappear completely except for land at high elevation. Russia will be separated from Europe by an entirely new sea when the Caspian, Black, Kara, and Baltic seas combine. The new sea will stretch all the way to Siberia. Russia's climate will remain intact, leaving Russia to supply most of Europe's food.
Putin is going to be king of the world.
You mean he isn't already?
You make a good point.
In Canada, most of the coastline will be pushed in by 200 miles. Regions in Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and areas of Alberta will become the refugee survival center of Canada. As the North American plate buckles, the new islands of California will be created with almost 150 separate islands. The West Coast will recede east toward Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado. The Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence will join and continue from the Mississippi River all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. All coastal areas from Maine to Florida will be taken over by water and pushed inland for miles. Most of the coastal areas of Mexico will be flooded. The California Baja coast will ultimately become a series of islands. Billions of people will be displaced by this cataclysm. Billions more will be killed.
Well, that was cheerful.
Sorry about that.
When is this pole shift supposed to happen?
Well, Casey said 1998.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah, but NASA has detected a slight pole shift that could be a concern.
When did they detect the shift?
1998.
Yeah, damn it.
People. It is a film to describe to you and explain visually the effect of cymatic frequencies on texture, structure, water, oil. If you spare a little of your imagination as you watch this film as it runs, you will see many things that answer many questions. You will see living forms, living amoeba, almost animal-like creatures. You will see continents being formed, the Earth itself coming into existence. You can see all this and watch it before your eyes. Everything owes its existence solely and completely to sound. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. We are told that this is how the worlds began and how creation took shape. If we put that into the modern idiom and say that into the great voids of space came a sound and matter took shape. Please watch carefully.
Dr. Peter Guy Manners laid the foundation. Now we delve even deeper. The question is, are you ready to uncover the truths that have been meticulously concealed for centuries? Frequency and vibration, concepts long studied, with their sheer power archived in thousands of classified documents. The CIA, amongst other agencies, has detailed the immense capabilities of these forces. Their potential to induce earthquakes isn't merely a conspiracy theory. It's a documented reality. Numerous patents reveal the potential to influence weather patterns, hinting at the capacity to create rain and even hurricanes. The military's clandestine involvement in this domain suggests the gravity of its implications. The secrecy, the layers of obfuscation, all point to something profound. Consider this: the Wi-Fi signals permeating our environment are invisible forces we've come to rely upon. It's there, always present, allowing us to connect, communicate, and navigate our digital world. Similarly, the television, a staple of modern living, functions through electronic beams scanning rapidly back and forth, translating signals into images and sounds. This is the palpable power of frequency, present in our everyday lives, often taken for granted. Yet, in an era of incessant notifications and relentless distractions, our attention spans wane. We stand at the brink of revelations about sonic sorcery, yet risk being pulled away by a mere ping on our devices. The Illuminati, that shadowy ensemble, is believed to possess arcane knowledge of these frequencies, using them as instruments of control, influence, and dominion. There's a silent battle, an ongoing hunt for specific powerful frequencies that can reshape the very fabric of society and reality. If we falter, if our attention wavers, we may lose more than just a piece of information. We might lose an entire battle in a war we didn't even know we were a part of. It's a battle for knowledge, for power, and for the future of our world. So, I urge you, as we venture deeper into this world of hidden harmonies and clandestine chords, to remain vigilant. Understand the urgency. These aren't mere sounds or vibrations. These are the threads weaving the tapestry of our reality. Guard your focus, for in it lies the key to unlocking secrets that could define the course of our future. As we pull back the layers of secrecy, deception, and sonic sorcery, brace yourselves for truths that might just redefine everything you thought you knew.
Did you know that Dubai and Saudi Arabia are being completely flooded out right now? Well, if you didn't, let me show you what's happening. This is how Dubai looks right now. It is completely flooded out, and it has been happening for multiple weeks. As you can see, there has been non-stop water pouring into Dubai. Now, Dubai is funded by a lot of very, very rich people. Very rich. But this is catastrophic. And if you think this is bad, just wait. This is Saudi Arabia. Look how bad this is. This is literally an ocean of water pouring into Saudi Arabia. There is devastation across the land. Look how bad it has gotten. Whole entire cities. And this is not even the worst. I need you to watch as the wind whips these people literally across the floor, like blowing them like they are nothing. Look at the wind pick this stuff up. This is insane. There is so much water pouring in to Saudi Arabia. There's no way this can be sustained. Whole entire city is completely flooded. Okay? This is real time. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. Look how bad this is. These people literally can't even stand up. They're being dragged across the ground. What is happening? What is happening is Saudi Arabia. Look how bad this is. This is literally an ocean of water pouring into Saudi Arabia. There is devastation across the land. Look how bad it has gotten. Whole entire cities. And this is not even the worst. I need you to watch as the wind whips these people literally across the floor, like blowing them like they are nothing. Look at the wind pick this stuff up. This is insane. There is so much water pouring in to Saudi Arabia. There's no way this can be sustained. Whole entire city is completely flooded. Okay? This is real time. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. Watch how look how bad this is. These people literally can't even stand up. They're being dragged across the ground. What is happening?
What role in the Middle East again does Israel play in this?
Israel was created as the instrument to bring about the Battle of Armageddon and the fulfillment of prophecy, a war that will be so terrible, where nuclear weapons will be used, so that the American citizens and the other people in the world will get down on their knees and beg for no more war. And what is the answer to that? They're going to be told the only way we can guarantee no more war is if we destroy the sovereignty of nations and we come together as one humanity in a one-world government.
Right.
And I'm telling you, unless the American people wake up and stop it, starting in about 1996, the Battle of Armageddon will become a reality.
Sad reality we live in.
Yeah, like that Neil Armstrong guy. Have you seen him on the talk shows? Neil Armstrong? You mean the first man to walk on the moon? Talk about a fish story. Yeah. Man, and they're buying it. Okay. Yeah.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
Hey guys, we're going to look at another creepy paranormal video today. This one has been sent to me for a long time, but I'm just now getting to it. The original video calls it a witch, but to me it does not really look like a witch. I've got it here a couple times, and then it's going to zoom in and slow down. It kind of gets filtered so you can see it better. But yeah, I have an idea of what this is, but it does not look like a witch to me. It looks like something much worse that I'm about to get into. I'm going to be going through more of these kinds of videos soon. I'm catching up on them. We're going to go again into the Oldry family bestiary, my ancestors' album of the different creatures held in St. George's Keep. If you've been following, you might know what I think it is. It is the physical summoned demon. shown here in its cell held by binding sigils that kept it in place without chains. Now this is a monstrous entity of nefarious chaos that only causes damage and destruction and death. These are primarily spiritual entities, but they can be summoned to the physical realm. It's a very ancient practice, goes back thousands of years by different occultists, sorcerers, or warlocks, and I believe that that is exactly what happened here.
You know what the weirdest dog is?
Which one?
A whippet with a myostatin inhibitor. It's a myostatin inhibitor, and it causes them their uncontrollable growth of muscles.
What do they look like?
Freaks. They don't even look like they're real. They look like a comic superhero, like if you had injected a comic book superhero dog with like Hulk serum. It just went...
Are they fighting those things?
No. Look, that's what it looks like.
Ah, gross.
Isn't that crazy? Look how jacked he is.
That's like natural?
Yeah, it's just a natural genetic anomaly.
They're like teaching other dogs to fight. I'm surprised they don't use these guys.
Well, it's not really as much about the strength of all those extra big muscles. Those are going to like cause you to get tired quicker.
Oh.
And then on top of that, it's really the bite of the jaw, and then also the game instinct. So some dogs, when they get hurt, they want to get out of there. And pit bulls don't care about that.
Right.
And that's bred into them. You know what the weirdest...
Welcome to America, where we believe in individualism until you kneel for the national anthem. Welcome to America, where we have more prisons than schools. Welcome to America, where our schools are funded by the local district and our prisons are funded by the state. Welcome to America, where we decry socialism unless we're bailing out a billion-dollar corporation. Welcome to America, where it's illegal to possess and sell drugs unless you're a pharmaceutical company. Welcome to America, where we scream inflation while corporations are raking in record profits. Welcome to America, where you work 40+ hours a week to make someone else rich while depending on someone else's charity to pay your own bills. Welcome to America, where wealth, not culpability, shapes justice. Welcome to America, where the fear of anything that isn't capitalism is somehow communism. Welcome to America, where you need a background check to get a job, but not to purchase a gun. Welcome to America, where you will get arrested and sent to prison for bribery unless you're a lobbyist. Welcome to America, where you pay more for healthy foods and less for fast food. Welcome to America, where we get more upset about burning flags than we do burning books.
People don't want y'all to know.
Do the rich people cringe and say, don't tell them that, Rob?
Yes. Don't tell people what you know. Right. Keep them poor. My father was the head of education, PhD, all that stuff. I go home and ask him, said, why don't we learn about money in school? And he looked at me and says, because the government doesn't let us teach that subject. The government tells us what we can teach and what we can't teach. And I thought that was strange. And I said, but aren't we going to school to learn about money? He says, no, your job is to get a job. I said, but you get a job to earn money. He goes, no, you're supposed to just get a job. I went, no. Isn't the purpose of a job to earn money? He goes, you're correct. I said, so why don't I just learn about money? I can skip the job part, And he got flustered and he said, if you want to learn about money, why don't you ask your best friend's father about money? And I said, why? That's Mike. So I asked him. He says, because Mike's father is an entrepreneur. And I said, what are you? He says, I'm an employee. I'm a government employee. And I went, oh, what's the difference? He says, the difference is an entrepreneur must know about money, or they're no longer entrepreneurs. And he says an employee doesn't have to know anything about money, because the government will take care of them, the company will take care of them. So I'm all confused. But I took my dad's advice, and I trundled over to Mike's father's office and knocked on his door, and I said, hey, I'm here, 9 years old. Teach me about money. He says, beat it, kid, But that's where the story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad started. And finally, through persistence, my rich dad started teaching me about money on one condition. And that condition was he would never pay me. He says, the moment I pay you, you think like an employee. He says, that's the trap. Entrepreneurs work for free. And now I'm 9 years old, my head's going cracking in half. He says, you never want a paycheck. You understand that, kid? I said, okay, I got it. And he says, well, how do I make money? He says, that's what entrepreneurs figure out. It's like, there's many formulas for great success in money. There's thousands of them.
Did y'all get that? Did y'all take notes? He really just put us on game and gave us the sauce. I'm just saying, if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, go replay it. Y'all let me know in the comments, did this rich man just put us on game or not? Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content.
I told you.
What?
I told you so many times to stop nutting on all the towels.
I did not nut on any towels.
Did you wipe your butt and nut on this one?
No, I didn't.
This sock?
What? That could be any. I don't even wear
I
Hanes.
can't even take a shower. Is this what you do with your guys' nights? Look how stiff the dog is.
Okay, he walked into it.
Heaven and hell are not places, they are mind states. Heel is hell, the root chakra, head is heaven, earth rearranged is heart. The three parts of the brain control the three sections of the body. Depending on which brain is dominant, you are either manifesting heaven or hell. If you're thinking with your gut area all the time, you are manifesting hell. The devil has goat features, which is a ground animal. The angel has wings, which is an air animal. The angel is your higher self, the devil is the lower self. Hence why the devil is red, because red is the lowest vibrational colour. The devil is the deveiling, because you are mental, astral, etheric and physical. You are deveiling yourself by sitting in the lower states of consciousness. The body does not live. It is only maintained by the consciousness that is within it. And this consciousness is either operating in hell or heaven, depending on the three brains that you use dominantly. You descended from spirit into matter. Now you need to go back up to your true spirit form and move up the stairway to heaven, which is your spine. They've externalized it and turned it into a religion to hide the true power of yourself. The square symbolizes the physical plane, the triangle is the etheric plane, and the circle is the eternal plane. You need to think outside the box. The box is the cross unfolded, the cube, the physical world. The Christians believe 144,000 will go to heaven. This is actually a frequency you need to achieve to go from the root to the crown chakra, because your head is heaven and your heel is hell. The link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom PDF.
You're telling me for 40 years I could have been doing this? Ain't no way. Years of frying bacon and having to go outside, whether it's snowing, sleeting, or 14 degrees below zero like it is now, to dump the grease in the yard. I could have been doing this. No way. Grease. Man, I hope this works. Don't know how hard to hit this thing, but here we go.
All right, here's the reason why you can only afford a house like this, and no one's talking about the real reason. It's because of these motherfuckers, and I can't say the word. I tried it earlier and they shadow banned the video. But these people right here. In 1973, the minimum wage was $4 an hour, and because of inflation, for us to be making that much money, we'd have to be making $24 an hour, and we're still making $10 to $12 an hour. So that means if you're not making $24 an hour, you are making less than minimum wage. Before those people that I mentioned that I can't say entered the party, we had zero inflation. When we were on the gold standard, zero inflation. But when those guys came into the system, we've had 3,000% inflation in the past 110 years. Just so you know, the Federal Reserve, can't say it, is a privately owned company. It's not even federal. And the Federal Reserve gets to determine the interest rate. So if they decide they want 7.5% interest rate, guess what? You got it. So this is making it so people cannot afford housing, so that the bigger companies, the bigger hedge funds, BlackRock, Vanguard, will buy your house to push more people into the apartments, push people into the inner city, to control them even more.
So let me get this straight. You wiped out the natives in America, hired Chinese immigrants to build a railroad, and when they were done, you dressed up as the natives, chased, hunted, and unalived the Chinese railroad workers. You enslaved, segregated, and massacred blacks, dropped napalm on civilian villages in Vietnam. You unalived hundreds of thousands of innocent Japanese civilians when you dropped a bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, started the war between Iran and Iraq, funded both countries, and made sure that they were unaliving each other, staged the 9/11 attack, invaded Iraq based on a lie just so you can steal their oil, invaded Afghanistan, took control of the opium fields so you can distribute it in black and brown communities, took out Gaddafi because he didn't want to use your currency. Instead, he wanted to make the African continent stronger. You started the war between Russia and Ukraine, and now you expect us to stand by you and your white supremacy mentality when you say, I stand with Israel? No.
Is the Humane AI Pin. It's a standalone device and software platform built from the ground up for AI. A computer and a battery booster. Now, the battery booster powers a smaller battery inside the main computer, and this is how we achieve our all-day battery life. There are no wake words, so it's not always listening or always recording. In fact, it doesn't do anything until you engage with it, and your engagement comes through your voice, touch, gesture, or the laser ink display.
It's got an ultra-wide RGB camera, depth sensor, and motion sensors.
And it's got this really special speaker that creates this bubble of sound. The truss light indicates when its input, optical, or audio sensors are active, ensuring full transparency and data security. The AI Pin comes with a beacon that lets you know when it has something for you, like messages from trusted contacts, or services like cars or food as they come available online in the future. I've got my music controls. If I go to the left, I can go back. If I go to the right, I can skip. If I was to go down, I can pause. And to get back to my home screen, I just close my hand. Okay. Got my clock, weather, the date. If I tilt my hand up, got nearby. It tells me everything that might be around me and where I am at the same time. I can also use it to ask questions like, when is the next eclipse and where is the best place to see it?
This isn't AI browsing the web or grabbing knowledge from all over the internet.
The next total solar eclipse will occur on April 8th, 2024. Best places to see it are Exmouth, Australia, and East Timor.
I can use it for messaging, either by voice or laser. Tell Andrew I'll be there later tonight.
Your message to Andrew says I'll be there later tonight. Okay to send?
Make me sound more excited.
Your message to Andrew says I'll be there later tonight. Can't wait. Okay to send?
Yes.
One of the things I like most about messaging is getting caught up. My AI summarizes what's important, so I don't have to go back and read every message.
Catch me up.
Yanir asked if you want to get hookfish with Sam this week. Michelle sent some notes about today's design sync. Andy and Adam are on their way over.
Or using AI to search through messages. What's the gate code that Andrew sent me?
The gate code that Andrew sent is 7361.
Before, I'd have to scroll through a long text chain to the last time I went to Andrew's house. Of course, you can make a phone call. Call Yanir.
Hey.
Hey, Yanir. Can you help me with this demo?
Be right there.
Thanks. Now, of course, you can also use Bluetooth headphones at any time.
Estamos casi listos para enviar la versión final.
We are almost ready to ship the final version.
Great. I can't wait. Thanks so much.
Genial. No puedo esperar. Muchas gracias.
I've got goals that I've set up in my AI that I no longer need to think about. How much protein?
These almonds have 15 grams of protein.
Great. I'm gonna eat it.
Enjoy it.
And later I can ask, how much protein have I had today?
You have had 22 grams of protein today.
It's really cool. When it comes to retail, the AI pin allows you to shop in the real world, hold up an item to learn more about it, and transact seamlessly on the go without relying on screens. How much is this online?
This is $28 online.
Great. Buy it. When you want to take a photo, just double tap. Or video, staying in the moment, capturing the whole scene, and generating a gorgeous image. It'll remember everything you input into notes and then recall what's relevant. Where should Ken and I grab dinner tonight?
Here are some recommendations for you. Sushi Ron, Shisen, and Elephant Sushi.
Now, how did it know? Because I had input a note a while ago that Ken likes sushi. To manage and access all your data, including photos, videos, and notes, Humane provides a central hub called Humane.Center. The device knows you and your preferences.
We are so excited to finally unveil the AI pin and can't wait for you to begin trying it for yourselves.
It is our aim at Humane to build for the world not as it exists today, but as it could be tomorrow. One where we can take the full power of AI everywhere and have it weave seamlessly into our everyday lives. For us, the AI pin is just the beginning.
You want to hear another conspiracy theory that you probably don't know? It's going to blow your mind?
Let's do it.
The day before 9/11, the day before the attacks, Rumsfeld gave a press conference where he talked about trillions of dollars missing. Then a plane slams into the very part of the building where they were doing the accounting. Blows up half the fucking building in the Pentagon. Blows up a wall. Donald Rumsfeld was on, where was it, the White House lawn? Listen to this.
According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
2.3.
Okay.
As if things ain't fucked up enough, look at this motherfucker right here. Look at him in Peru. They got him on camera.
Yo, what the actual fuck? That there is an alien.
The secret covenant is not a covenant anymore. The truth has been exposed. This is about the hidden agenda that is played out in front of us every single day. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not gonna lie, this is a tough read. And if you are squeamish or tenderhearted at all, I'll give you time to scroll.
They took control of the Republican and Democratic parties. They started the First World War and the Second World War, and they controlled all the sides in them. They destroyed Austria.
We just want to let you know, the New World Order has no legitimacy.
They'll be able to control all the automobiles and all the machinery and all the jobs and eventually everyone's own mind.
And that we as a people are not afraid, and we are waking up.
They built the internet. The internet is one of their tools of control.
An illusion, it will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time, so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound in blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while we pretend to do the opposite. The soft material will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure through our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poison will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, their children will be born dead. information, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film, and they will grow accustomed to them, and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children, and convince them it's for their health. We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love the most: sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their minds and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases for which we will create more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese, and they will come to us for help. We will give them more poison. We will focus their attention towards money and material goods, so they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games, so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as a weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites from within. We will own both sides. We'll always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it with ridicule or death, whichever suits us best. Hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts. We emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their own neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think they are not equal. Stay with me, we're almost done. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources, and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom they will have. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world, for we shall own all of the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment into our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of our own to carry out our plan. We will promise them eternal life. But eternal life they will never have, for they are not us. Our recruits will be indoctrinated to believe false rites of passage to higher realms. Members of these groups will think they are one of us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn the truth, for they will turn against us. For their work, they will be awarded with earthly things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face, so close they will not be able to focus on it until it is too late. Oh yes, so grand the illusion of freedom will be, that they will never know they are our slaves. When all is in place, the reality we have created for them will own them. This reality will be their prison. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time immemorial. But if they ever find out they are our equal, we shall perish then. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can vanquish us, they will take action. Bet your ass we will. They must never find out what we have done. For if they do, we shall have no place to run, for it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is a secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of our present and future lives. For this reality will transcend many generations and lifespans. This covenant is sealed by blood. Our blood. We, the ones who from heaven to earth came. This covenant must never, ever be known to exist. It must never, ever be written or spoken of. Or if it is, the consciousness it will spawn will release the fury of the prime creator upon us, and we shall be cast to the depths from whence we came, and remain there until the end of time of infinity itself. The secret covenant is not a covenant anymore. The truth has been exposed. Everything stated in this document years ago has come true, and it's coming true at this very moment. The veil has fallen, and it is easy to see who they are. Now is the time to stand together and take action by hunting them down and restoring humanity to its rightful place. And now I'm dying to know, what are your thoughts? Real? Fake?
I have one